Another day, another video. So today's video is one of my favorites. It is actually a start to a new series I'm doing, and it's called Flip to Fit. And if it's not, insert name here. But this series is all about how I got into working out, how I got onto my fitness journey, and how I was brought to where I am today. And that's loving the gym and being in a very secure place when it comes to both my body and my eating. So welcome to episode 1. This is the start. So I was never really insecure. I was very secure with my body when I was little, but I did start to get insecure at the age of 8, I want to say, and the reason being is I had a stomach into here. She was cute while she lasted. She was a little baby pudge, and she was there and she was starving. The only thing is I was the chubbiest. My brother was skinny and my other siblings were skinny. Now that was fine with me until it was kind of brought up and it was told to me that like I'm visibly bigger than all my siblings, and then that kind of brought me some insecurities and focused around my pudge. Now that's nothing bad, but like at 8 years old, like I'm trying to have fun, play with my toys. It wasn't something I wanted to care about, but because it was being mentioned, I brought attention to it and I didn't really like it. I didn't like my stomach. I didn't like anything about it. I tried to exercise. That didn't work. I tried to eat less. That didn't work. Especially in an amelbahobeshi household where food gets added to our plate like there's no tomorrow. It wasn't working. So it kind of was a brought up insecurity of mine, but it slowly faded. No, it quickly faded. It was gone by the time I want to say 9. It didn't even last that long. Like after that, it was something I would think of, but it wasn't something I focused on as much. The thing is, like, that insecurity wasn't even brought from school. It was brought from like my home life. So going to school and everything really helped me get rid of it very quick, honestly. But then I went to junior high school, and I went to junior high school. I was a cute little tween. I was pretty skinny at this age. I want to say this is where I start to get my skinniest, and I wasn't skinny for reasons I was like trying to lose weight or anything. I was just skinnier. I don't remember why now, but I just remember being that weight, and I was good. And then let me tell y'all what happened.
So I was in school, you know, we were all in gym. We love gym. I loved gym back in the day. But I was in gym and all these girls were like, we were all looking at like lining up, having casual conversation, you know, tweens as they do. And this girl says, oh, you guys, like, I shaved my legs and now it looks so nice and shiny. I looked down and I have hair on my legs. And I was like, and all these other girls were being like, yeah, like we shaved ours too, da da da. And I'm out here being like, I didn't know this was a thing. Like, this is very new to me. So I was very weirded out.
And not only was I weirded out, I noticed when we all lined up and was looking at our legs, my legs are flat. Like, if you stand like this, people's legs, like the kneecaps go out. Mine doesn't. I'll show y'all what it looks like. Now, back then, I hated that. On top of disliking the fact that mine was flat, I also had bigger legs. Naturally, I had bigger calves from when I used to, actually not when I used to, I was still doing sports at that time, but from the sports and everything, I had bigger legs, nothing wrong with that, and I also had bigger thighs.
Bigger thighs save lives, folks.
I didn't have like thunder thighs, but like mine were bigger, per to say, and I hated that. And the thing is, there was no way for me to get rid of it. I tried everything I could to get rid of it. Did not work. Not one of it. It didn't want to work. And then I came to realize there's no way I'm getting rid of that, so I just shaved my legs all the time, you know, did what I can. Now looking back on it, I was way too young to even care about that kind of stuff. Like, there's no reason I was fixated on that. And the thing is, I didn't even care about boys back then. I was shaving my legs to shave my legs. Like, what? I could have saved my hair so much time if I didn't shave my legs so early. And then high school came. High school is when my insecurities peaked. Start of grade 10, you know, trying to look cute. There was cute guys there, but looking back, they weren't that cute, okay? They were cute then, but they're not cute now. Now, I was going into high school, you know, making my friend group and everything, carrying over some of my friends from junior high. Now, here's where things got very, very, very tricky. The girls in my high school were cute and small or had the hourglass. I had neither. I was thicker, I had the hips, I was flat in the back. I have no shame saying it, I was flat in the back, but I felt like I was bigger than everyone else, especially because I was still shorter than everyone. I felt more condensed. Like I literally felt like a condensed person. So I was like, this is not it. I started eating once a day and I grew this very unhealthy relationship with food. And in my head, eating less meant I would be losing. And my logic at the time did work. I lost a lot of weight and I was actually at my lowest weight. I was 5'3" at the time, still am. I weighed 120 and at my latest I weighed 115. For me, that doesn't work for my body type because first of all, I have like thicker bones, I have a wider set hip, I have small arms, but my legs are very bigger. So even though my weight, like my stomach might have been flat with the little pudge at the bottom, I was still very insecure and I hated looking at myself in the mirror. I didn't like taking pictures either. That was one of the reasons I didn't like taking pictures at all during that time, was because I didn't like the way I looked. I didn't like my face, I didn't like my body. I just didn't like anything, and I thought any photo I would take would translate to that. Like it would translate those feelings onto a photo, and I didn't want to see a photo and be reminded of that. So I'd rather just not look at myself. I used to not like doing makeup, and one of the reasons I didn't like doing makeup wasn't only because I didn't have the patience to. That is correct, I didn't have the patience. But the second reason is being I didn't think I would look pretty with makeup. So why waste the time? I just hated everything. Now when it came to my body, I hated how it looked because I would be looking at school and these girls would look stunning. They had the hourglass. Our school was infamous for that. Like the girls with the hourglass figures, my friends had the hourglass. They were petite, nice, cute, small. And then out here I'm being like, that's how I thought I looked. Honestly, I didn't look like that. Now that I look back, I think I looked way too skinny. I don't like the way I looked. Even my legs, just to seem smaller, I would want a thigh gap. Genetically, that's not possible for me. I've tried, y'all. Even at my lightest, I did not have a thigh gap, okay? It wasn't a beauty standard that was put on to me by anyone else. I was looking at social media and the people around me and thinking I should have that too, and why don't I have that? And because of that, I hated everything. And I feel so bad for like me in the past now that I like think of it, because I should have never thought that. I could have been like body neutral, so now I tend to lean towards that like word. I don't always need to love the body I'm in, but I need to appreciate what it's doing for me. Because I was so small and because I was so skinny at that point, I was always tired. At one point I fainted, I busted a lip. I think I fainted twice, and I know it's because of like my weight. Now that I look back, like I know that's the reason why, because I was eating once a day, I wasn't sleeping properly, I wasn't even drinking water because I thought I would gain body weight, because you know 80% water. In my head it sounded normal. I did the math. I was like, okay, so if I have 80% water in me, if I lessen my intake, my body percentage, like my fat, would go down. But honestly, what I was doing was very unhealthy. I don't recommend it, but that was what I was doing in high school. I did that because I wanted to lose weight. And there's nothing wrong with that looking back, because it's something that I've gone through. I'm being honest out in here, like I tried, it did not work. But because I hated looking at the mirror so much, I started to, how do I say this? I started to hate everything about me. Like, even my personality, I wouldn't give myself credit when I was nice or anything, because I was be like, I don't, and I just became negative and I hated it. And then one fateful day, I looked in the mirror. I was in grade 10. This was around my birthday. No, I was in grade 11. This was around my birthday. And I looked in the mirror and I was like, I've changed everything I've wanted to change about myself and I'm not happy. And why am I like this? And it hit me looking up and down at myself, and I was like, I don't like my body where it's at. I don't like where I'm at, and I don't like anything about where I'm at currently. And then I had to do some soul searching. You know, there was a lot of tears in that process. Your girl, a couple tears went down, and then it hit me. I used to love sports. I started with ballet when I was small, and I loved when I would be put in these painful positions. Did not love that part, but I loved when I was able to hold a position more than I was the last couple classes. And I loved the feeling of moving my body, the flow of the dance. I loved the aspect of strength that I needed to do what I needed to do for my dance routines. And then it hit me. I loved moving my body. Like, ballet is what opened my eyes to the fact of I didn't care how my body looked. One, because I was very young, and two, because I just was enjoying doing what I was doing so much that it didn't matter. I just needed the strength of my body to do what I needed it to do. And that translated to pretty much every other sport I did. So I've done skating, swimming, I've done soccer, I've done volleyball, I've done track. And whenever I would reminisce about ballet, I just loved the aspect of it gave me that joy for sports, and I wanted to go back to it. So I was like, what can I do to get that feeling again of pushing my body to its max potential, and then feeling those endorphins, feeling the pain, the struggle, but also like the happiness I got because I was able to do that, because I was able to build on that, because I was able to push myself to that point. The only problem was I was studying a lot and sports didn't really work with my schedule. So I had to think real hard until I passed the same workout room I passed all of last year pretty much. And it hit me. I could just work out. Literally. Work out. I can do weights, I can run on the treadmill, I can do bike, I can do core workouts. And I went into the gym and I asked the coach, can I work out here? I know it's for student athletes, but I want to work out. And I'm pretty sure, I don't think there was a membership for that, but if there was, it was like part of our school fees. So I just did that and he said yes. And that's the beginning. Actually, that's pretty much the end of it. That's where it all started. I walked into that gym, which took a lot of courage because I was very nervous, might I say, because I was gonna be like, well, if he rejects me, where am I gonna go? Yada yada, you know. My mind got to me. But because I went to that gym, I have found a love for the gym again. And not only did I find a love for the gym, I found a love for my body. I found a love for the strength I feel every day. I found a love for literally the basic movements my body makes. Sitting down, walking around. These things are things I took for granted. I loved the fact that like my body looked the way it looked, and yes, the gym helped my body become shape formulated, you know. But I loved more of the feeling I was getting from working out rather than the feeling I was getting from just going to the gym and looking at my body and reaping the benefits of, oh, I look good, yada yada. Because I won't lie, when I first walked into that gym, that was the reason I walked into that gym. The first couple years, that's what I was aiming for. I wanted to shape my body. And what most natural way to shape your body than food? your gym workout and your sleep. And I was like, but at some point I realized that the endorphins I was getting from the gym was worth more than any feeling I got looking in the mirror. And that's how we got to where we are today, you know. I am now not a certified, but I like to say certified gym rat. That's me. And I love going to the gym, and I have sports to thank. I have the courage it took me to walk in to thank. I have everything to thank. And honestly, like back then when I started working out, people would be like, why are you working out so much? Like, why are you there when you can be doing this? And honestly, I agree. I could have been doing so many things with my life than working out, but I chose to prioritize that. I loved just the feeling. I loved everything that I got from the gym more than sometimes what me being around people could have gave me. And honestly, the gym gave me a sense of, not individuality, but like it gave me a sense of belonging. And not through the group of people that were there, but through the equipment. I felt when I was working my hardest, I belonged there than any person. I felt one with the equipment or whatever. But yeah, that's how I started the gym. I've always had a love for it. And yeah, in the beginning when I started my workout journey, I was very scared of all the equipment I saw, and I was very shy because I didn't know what I was doing. But honestly, if you're just starting your journey, I recommend highly Pinterest. I love making Pinterest boards and finding what you like. So I love outfits, and I found a love for working out in cute fits. And not always. There's times where I know I want to be dead, so I'm going to wear my dead fit. And I do have a fit that I like to wear because I'm going to sweat anything else out. But things like that to motivate me to go was things I found really fun starting out my journey, and it's what actually pushed me to keep going. So when I wouldn't want to wake up, I'd be like, oh, I want to wear this. And like, so if I want to wear it, I have to actually go. Like I can't just wear it and just like not do it. So things like that is what helped motivate me. I highly recommend getting a workout buddy if you're just starting. This I didn't have in the beginning, like right when I started. I actually started my journey alone, but in the beginning chapters of my workout journey, I did have a workout buddy, and it was really fun. Like having someone there to work out with you, chef's kisses. It's motivating. Like seeing them struggle and you're struggling with them is just, it's like you're not alone. And it's not only you're not alone, but you're going through it together, so you're able to push each other. So I really liked having that. Some other people might prefer being alone, and I understand. So starting that journey was something that was both enlightening but also something that I needed very much. I don't know where I would be today if I didn't start that journey, so I'm very happy that I had the opportunity to start it, and I'm excited to see where it's gonna go. So yeah. I struggled with a lot of things, and the biggest thing that I struggled with was actually diet. And I'll be talking about that in my next episode. And it'll be about the start to where I am with my diet and the struggles, the epiphanies I've had just from diet, because I personally think diet does play a huge role in the energy you have to work out, the energy you have to take on the day, because you need to understand that like you're doing your normal stuff plus working out. You need more energy to do those things. So I think like diet is very vital, but I don't think it's vital for the reason maybe other people think it's vital, and we'll dissect that in the next one. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, thumbs up, you know, support a girl. Share if you can. Yeah, like honestly comment if you've started your journey, or if you have already, where you at, because I don't think there's a start, beginning, end to this journey, but I do think there is points. So like currently where I'm at, are you done, car? So where I'm at, I am very sound with my diet, but I'm actually struggling with my with increasing my weights of my workouts. So something like that, just put it down there. And I'll see y'all next video. If you guys want to be more caught up with my everyday things, I have my socials which will be linked down below, and especially my IG. I'm most active there if you want to know. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
This is how to make a thumbnail and then following it with some embarrassment.
In that journey, so